In a small, quiet village nestled among rolling green hills, lived a young boy named Leo. He wasn't like the other children. While they played games in the dusty streets, Leo spent his time in his grandfather's old, cluttered workshop. The air inside always smelled of sawdust and old books, a scent Leo found more comforting than anything else. His grandfather, a man with hands as wrinkled as old leather, but a mind as sharp as a newly honed tool, was a clockmaker. Not just any clocks, but intricate, beautiful timepieces that seemed to hold a little bit of magic in their ticking. Leo would watch for hours, mesmerized, as his grandfather worked. He learned how each tiny gear, each spring, each delicate hand had its own purpose. "A clock is like a life, Leo," his grandfather would say, his voice a gentle rumble. "Every piece, no matter how small, has a vital role to play. If one part fails, the whole system stops." It was a lesson Leo took to heart, not just about clocks, but about the world around him. He learned to see the interconnectedness of things, from the bees pollinating the flowers in their garden to the stars wheeling across the night sky. One day, his grandfather brought out a special box. Inside, nestled in velvet, was a collection of broken pocket watches, each one a relic from a time long past. "These are stories, Leo," he explained. "Each one stopped telling time, but its story is still there, waiting to be heard again." He gave one to Leo, a simple silver watch with a cracked face. "See if you can make it sing again." For weeks, Leo toiled. He carefully took the watch apart, cleaning each tiny piece, studying its design, and learning its secrets. His fingers, though small, were nimble and patient. He failed many times. Gears wouldn't mesh, springs would pop out of place. But with each failure, he learned something new. He remembered his grandfather's words about every piece having a role. He wasn't just fixing a machine. He was trying to understand its story, to bring it back to life. He imagined the person who once carried it, the moments it had ticked through. This wasn't just metal and glass, it was a vessel of memories. Finally, after countless attempts, he put the last piece into place, gave the crown a gentle wind, and held it to his ear. A soft, steady, beautiful tick-tock filled the quiet workshop. It was the sweetest sound he had ever heard. He hadn't just fixed a watch. He had restarted a story. As Leo grew older, his skill grew with him. Word of the young clockmaker's talent spread beyond his small village. People would bring him their cherished family heirlooms, clocks that hadn't chimed in decades, watches that had been silent for generations. Each one was a new puzzle, a new story for Leo to uncover. He treated every piece with the same reverence his grandfather had taught him, listening to its unique history before he even picked up a tool. He learned that some clocks needed more than just a mechanical fix. They needed an understanding of their past. He worked on grand, old grandfather clocks, that had stood silent in hallways, their chimes once marking the passage of family life, births, celebrations, and farewells. As he carefully restored their mechanisms, he felt like he was weaving himself into the tapestry of those families' histories. When the clock would finally chime again, filling the house with a sound long thought lost, the look of joy on the owners' faces was Leo's greatest reward. He wasn't just a repairman. He was a restorer of memories, a keeper of time's forgotten melodies. One winter, a woman traveled from a big city to see him. She brought a small, exquisitely engraved music box. It had belonged to her grandmother and hadn't played its tune in over 50 years. It played a lullaby, she said softly, her eyes misty with memories. My grandmother used to play it for me when I was a child. I'd give anything to hear it one more time. Leo saw the deep, sentimental value it held. This was more than a job. It was a sacred trust. The mechanism was delicate and complex, far more intricate than any clock he had ever worked on. For weeks he studied it, sketched it, and lived with it. He found that a single, minuscule pin was broken, silencing the entire melody. Crafting a replacement required a level of precision he had never attempted before. It took him days, working under a magnifying glass, filing a tiny piece of metal down to the exact shape and size needed. His patience was tested, but the thought of that forgotten lullaby pushed him forward. He thought about the grandmother and the little girl and the love captured in that simple tune. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. With a trembling hand, he inserted the new pin and gently wound the key. A moment of silence hung in the air, thick with anticipation. And then, a series of clear, delicate notes began to chime, weaving together into a sweet, hauntingly beautiful lullaby. The tune filled the workshop, a ghost of a sound brought back to life. When the woman returned and heard it, tears streamed down her face. "That's it," she whispered. "That's the song." In that moment, Leo understood his true calling. He wasn't just fixing objects. He was mending hearts and reconnecting people to their most precious memories. Years passed, and Leo's workshop became a sanctuary for lost time. He never moved to the city, despite offers of fame and fortune. He preferred the peace of his village, the familiar smell of sawdust and old books, and the quiet satisfaction of his work. He had learned from his grandfather that the greatest value in life wasn't measured in money, but in the moments that connect us to each other and to our past. Each tick of a restored clock, each note from a revived music box, was a testament to that belief. Leo became an old man himself, his hands now wrinkled like his grandfather's had been. Young apprentices came to learn from him, their eyes wide with the same wonder he once had. He taught them not just the mechanics of gears and springs, but the philosophy behind the craft. "Listen," he would tell them, holding a silent watch to their ear. "Listen to the story it wants to tell. Our job is to give it a voice again. And so, the stories continued, passed down through generations, kept alive by the patient hands of those who understood that time is the most precious story of all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing for more.